Agreed. Let's just jump right into our first interview with Jarrott Productions. And we spoke to David Jarrott and Dan Caffrey, and they're all adult version of the Frog Prince.
Yes.
Here it is.
Ribbit.
Nicole, I think you know that I have a water garden that is right next to my bedroom window, right?
I do. I love it.
I love that it's there, but every summer the frogs mate there, and they are extremely noisy, and I despise them. They keep me up all night.
Well, it's the circle of life, Lisa. It's how it works.
I think the problem is they have a lack of leadership. What they need out there is a prince to tell them what to do.
That might be the case. Where could we find one?
I think we could find one with Jarrott Productions and their new retelling of The Frog Prince by Dan Caffrey. And we are lucky enough to have the brains, the brawn, and everything else behind Jarrott Productions, David Jarrott. Hi, David. Welcome back.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
The writer of this incredible piece. I was trying to find something clever about not for children, but I wasn't able to. Dan Caffrey. Hey, Dan.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Good. And Dan, you're all the way in Atlanta, or as I like to call it, Hotlanta, Georgia, aren't you?
Hotlanta.
Yes, and hot it is indeed. My wife and I moved there right after I finished at UT Austin. So we were there for about 3 years and then right to Atlanta. Well, not right to Atlanta. Weird, a few months of waiting after the pandemic, then to Atlanta.
Well, it's good. Well, we needed you in Atlanta for the election, so thank you.
Yeah, we felt good about that. That was good.
So, David, tell us about The Frog Prince, or Dan, one of the two of you, tell us about this piece.
Well, before Dan tells you about the piece itself, I'll tell you how it came about for us, and that is, as with most theaters in the country, the world, we've been looking for alternative ways of entertaining people during this thing called a pandemic. And we had some success with an audio theater production and also a video theater production. And I reached out to Dan because I knew him as a very prolific playwright and said, Dan, I'm thinking of doing another audio piece. Do you have something? And he says, well, as a matter of fact, I do. And he sent me this play called The Frog Prince, which had not been produced before. And I went, this is perfect. And so we did it.
Awesome. So Dan, tell us about this is not a children's tale, I believe.
No, not at all. I mean, like anyone else, I got into it when I was a kid, of course, and loved the story when I was little. And then as I've gotten older, I've just started to think of how the story might play in a 21st century context. For instance, the frog, to me, as time has gone on, has come off a little bit grosser in the story than maybe when I was a young lad. Just this idea of an amphibian who is pestering this princess for a kiss and feeling like he deserves it and trying to convince people that he used to be human, even though he did used to be human in the story. I've just come to question a little bit the frog's motives as time has gone on. So I thought it would be relevant to recast it a little bit and maybe shift the frog's motivations in a way that wasn't quite so savory as the original tale.
So they're much like the frogs outside your window.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not pleased with them. You would think it would be charming to have it, but I put a dB meter to it. It's very, very loud. Well, that's exciting. And you have an amazing, amazing cast. David, tell us who's in your cast.
We do. We have one of the best casts I've ever worked with, and I've worked with some really fine ones. We have as the Princess Jackie Calloway. She was in our most recent production. In fact, the last production we were able to present before the pandemic hit, The Niceties. We have Toby Minor as the prince. Bo Paul is playing the prince's a manservant, Harry. Rupert Reyes is the king. Karen Jambon is the queen. And we have Janelle Buchanan as the witch, Baba Yaga. It's just a fantastic cast.
Yeah, I barely know. The name Karen Jambon sounds familiar, but I can't place her.
She's an up and comer. I think she's going to be fine.
Yeah, wonderful cast. And Rupert Reyes, and with Rupert and Karen, you got some like really great iconic people in the Austin theater scene. So I'm telling you,
it was just a joy to work with them.
And this is an audio piece, correct?
It is. We rehearsed over Zoom, And then by the time we recorded back in June, everybody was fully vaccinated, and we felt comfortable in doing all the COVID protocols and being in the same room at the same time. That was the only time we were in the room at the same time. And I just want to give a little shout out here to Zach Theater, who very generously offered us the use of their campus for our recording back in June. Our sound designer, recording engineer, and mixer, Craig Brock, was just amazing, as he always is, in putting this together. And by the way, we have something that this is one of the things that I really have appreciated the most, I think, about this production, is the collaborative creativity that was involved, being able to have Dan in the room with us while we were rehearsing and making changes. Sometimes Dan would hear something he wanted to change. Sometimes we would have questions about, well, this is really not working for us. What can we do about it? And then after all was said and done, and basically what you hear textually in the production is all of one piece. It was recorded live, and there's no editing of the performances. We have added soundscape and sound effects. And this is another part of the collaborative thing that I have to mention to you, that Craig has a friend from college who's a musician named Dave Cooper, lives in Kansas City, and we hired him to do the musical arrangements. And so we have some really exciting music that goes along with this show, performed by the one-man frog band.
Awesome. So, Dan, was this written as a piece that was going to be an audio piece, or was it written for the stage?
It was actually written for the stage. In my final playwriting workshop at UT Austin, Annie Baker challenged us all to start 10 plays that we had always wanted to start, but just the first page of it. And I'd always wanted to adapt the Frog Prince. And I gave myself the challenge of trying to do it with no stage directions at all, simply because my plays tend to have a lot of spectacle, a lot of stage directions. I wanted to see if I can pull off something that was still imaginative while also being minimalist. And so when David reached out, I had completed a draft by that point. This was, I don't know what, like January, February last year. And he asked if I had anything that might work. And I said, well, I have this play that I imagined for the stage, but it has no stage directions in it. So maybe there's a way we can make it work in a pandemic setting, whether that's recorded or on Zoom or audio or something else. So it was really just a happy accident, to be honest. I had started the play before the pandemic with no stage directions, and that just made it. I think it was easy to stage audio wise. David could speak more to that. But I would also love to see it. I think it could work really well as an in-person production as well.
Well, I will tell you, as a director, I applaud the no stage directions things.
Thank you. It was hard. It was really hard for me.
I would think. I know we have a recording of a little piece, a couple minute piece. Why don't we give it a listen here? David, do you want to set up the recording we're going to hear?
This is actually the first scene in the play. And this is where the princess, played by Jackie Calloway, meets the Frog Prince, played by Toby Minor.
Great. Well, let's listen.
One day, I tossed a gold coin into a well.
Here's your coin back.
It has to stay in the water.
But I risked my life.
Not really.
I swam so deep.
You're a frog.
So?
Frogs can breathe underwater.
Only if there's enough oxygen. All this copper has compromised the air quality. You have spoiled my home. All the more tragic because I am a nice guy. Nice guy. Hack.
I gotta go.
Nice guy.
Nice frog.
Nice guy. Treat you like princess.
I already am a princess.
How about a kiss?
Off.
I asked nice. So nice. Those who are nice deserve nice things. Nice frogs, nice people. If you were nicer, maybe your wish would come true.
I doubt it.
So no kiss?
No.
Oh, I should have seen this coming. I should never have expected my kiss. Not for a nice guy like me. Nice guys finish last.
Nice guys don't have to say they're nice guys.
But we do, all the time, just to be recognized. That's the tragedy. The world doesn't know how lonely and nice we are.
Bye.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Okay, the joke is it was amazing. We're recording this on Friday. I haven't heard it yet, so I am sure it's amazing when I actually drop it in. But I am really looking forward to seeing it. And I do want to comment. You probably you got a little bit of kismet. Many of us in the theater community here in Austin have decided are like planning on opening our doors, and now here we are almost in stage 5, and we don't know what we're going to do. And you're sitting there safe as a button. So congratulations for being forward thinking.
Well, we were hoping to be back on stage also, and we do have plans to present this play at some point when we can safely, in a real live theater with actual human beings in the audience. But we also, during our long range planning, have decided that we think that some kind of virtual performance may be with us always.
Yep. Yeah, I think
and we've been able to reach, as you know, from your own experience, we've been able to reach people outside of Austin, outside of Texas, which is great. For our most recent show, A Portrait of My Mother by Carlo Garcia, we had reviews from LA, Chicago, and London.
Look at you.
So, I mean, it's great.
So,
we
awesome.
enjoy it.
So when will this be available, and how can folks listen to it?
It's available right now on Sunday, August 1st. We had our live listening party.
August 1st.
Shout out to the Vortex for being hosts for that party on Sunday. And Sunday night, it was released publicly, so it's now available on our website. All the information is right there at jarrottproductions.com.